new battery from AutoZone about a week ago. Now, what I found out is the alternator and the starter, I got to check this morning. Everything's good. The battery's great.
Right.
So I think there's electrical wiring, which is very ironic because the car is manufactured by, like, Microsoft does a lot of the radio, the electronic shit.
What the fuck does Microsoft not do?
Right.
At this damn
So
point?
I'm sitting there like, okay, well, I figured Microsoft would come in clutch for me, but I guess not. But I would like to say that with the Ford Escape 2010 model, I mean, shit, dude, I drove across the country like 4 times.
Yeah, I was about
in
to
it.
say you was cross country with it.
It's I did that. Went to Chicago a couple times. In a matter of 3 years, I added on 170,000 miles. I don't know really if that's bad or not, but it's a lot of fucking miles.
That's a lot of miles, and plus, given the fact that you drove so far with it, I'm still surprised to this day that motherfucker
It's still running.
It's still running. That thing just didn't just cut off. You know what I'm saying? So like,
in those last few weeks that I've been driving it before I couldn't do it any longer, I'm telling you, man, I would stop at a stop sign, and as soon as I would try to apply gas when the light turns green, it would just do boom, boom, boom. Like, it sounded like the inside of my engine was just shooting. So, all in all, I'm almost there. Life just keeps throwing different curveballs.
nah, that's cool. It's cool. That's just a part of life.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We either gotta weave them, take them, but at the end of the day, you just get up, keep it moving.
Well, there's one thing I've learned about it, what we were talking about with your journey with the plants and patience.
Yeah,
This has been teaching me that sometimes life throws so many left hooks and right hooks, and it's up to you to either give up or you just keep going.
yeah, exactly.
There's really no other way.
That's what separates the weak people from the strong. Like,
And I'm not gonna lie, through the anger, I'm not gonna lie. There's been a couple of days where the anger has hit me so hard where I had to stop and think, like, I'm not gonna let this shit define me.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna let this shit take me down.
but you know what? One thing that I found out with those emotions, like the strong, I put them in like a group of, like, emotions had different groups for me. So like, anger and sadness go hand in hand as a very strong emotion.
Right.
But one thing, at least for me, I can say is when I go through a very angry moment or go through a very sad moment, I see those as, like, I guess your inner self or your spirit, whatever you want to call it, you as a person is shedding. Because, you can agree with me, after I say this, but at least with me, whenever I go through like a moment where I'm super angry, pissed off, or I'm super sad, when I get over that, I feel like a completely different person.
For sure, man.
And no other emotion really does that for me, like how it does with sadness and anger.
It's almost like
interesting.
post-nut clarity. That's how I feel. I'm like, afterwards,
true.
you give it like 30 minutes, you're like, damn, why
a
was I
good-ass
even mad?
comparison.
Thank you.
But
That's the
exactly.
only feeling I can get from that is, all right,
Post emotion clarity.
we're gonna label that right now on the ST Aliens podcast.
Yeah, we gonna patent pending.
patent pending,
Yeah,
trademark.
we gonna get that shit.
Which, by the way, are we at episode 50 yet?
I gotta check. I'm not even. I butcher it every time we record. I promise. I keep saying I promise I'll be up to date, but I never go through
It's
it.
become a
But
meme at this point. It's
pretty
all good.
much. But we are at episode
Something.
some great number. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get the drops going on.
Go fast like NASCAR. Go fast like NASCAR. I'm fighting for my.
I still gotta change.
Yeah,
that.
he is currently fighting for his life.
Man, he's fighting for more than his life at this point. God damn. For all my sippers, I'm gonna get one for our smokers that listen too. Don't worry, it's an equal
Make that Lil Wayne.
it's the equal listener opportunity here.
This is where the fun begins.
Yes.
Yeah, you like that, don't you?
I do.
I had to switch it up.
It's bringing back
I
nostalgia.
had to switch it up from the PS1 real quick. I was like, I'm gonna hit him with this real fast.
Fuck yeah, man. Like I said, 2 weeks ago, I remember it like crashed the system for a second.
Yeah,
but I'm
yeah,
glad
yeah.
it came back.
But you know what? I think we're gonna be good with the system right now because I don't know if you can notice or tell, but I had to update my iMac and my iPhone.
I was about to say even the wavelengths look a little different.
Yeah, so everything looks different.
I fuck with it.
I'm not a computer tech, but something with the CPUs and all that shit changed. I don't know. I'm not even going to embarrass myself, but everything's moving faster. You know how Apple has control over everything, so they just automatically update it. I just woke up with my computer looking super different. Same thing with my phone.
Dude, the nerve of them.
Yeah.
What if I wanted the old layout?
See, that's how, and this is how I know we're getting a step closer into artificial intelligence taking over. Because back in the days, you can let your iPhone be stock, and you can be like 20 updates behind and still be living your life.
Right.
Nowadays, you cannot be one update behind. They like, no, you got to, or you just not working.
Right, and then they legally found out because Apple had to pay some kind of billion number, but they paid so much money because they got caught basically fucking your iPhones up if you weren't updating it or getting the newest phone.
Oh, yeah. They don't play around now
Like,
about these updates, bro.
My mom still has the iPhone 6, and it works for her, but she's always coming up to me like, it's so slow, it's doing this. I'm like, Mom, Apple is just, they don't want us to have these kinds of phones.
Nah, they don't want us to stay outdated.
Right.
Every second. And then the updates are so damn crazy. It's like a new one every fucking week.
Dude, I know. I stopped doing it at this point because every time I update it now, I always hear some kind of backlash, and everybody's like, my phone's frozen. My shit's deleted. So I usually wait like 2 weeks after somebody else did it.
Just to see.
Then I,
like,
test the
let
waters.
Let the lab rats get to it first.
Exactly.
And then we're going to see what's going on.
The hamsters.
But that shit's crazy because even after I updated my phone, I looked at it. Because, after you update your phone, it gives you the little, what is it? The notification saying what's new in iOS 14.5.
Right.
And I was like, okay. Literally nothing else changed. Just the fact that the notifications are just rounded now. like it looks more up to date, quote unquote. And I'm
Like, this shit took me an hour.
yeah, it took me an hour.
I couldn't use anything for an hour for this.
And then they so petty and cold with it, bro. You gotta they have the audacity first off when you try to download it, they're like, yeah, you ain't got enough space. I'm like, what shit are y'all putting on my phone?
Right.
Whatever. Move shit around. You download the shit. You thinking you cool. And this is how cold they are. I downloaded the update and I thought I was straight. But then when I went back on there, they was like, install now. And I'm like,
I thought I already did it.
right. When you download something, it should automatically install. So you just had me download this and now I'm just having a file just on tap. Like on the back. Whatever. Then you install it again. It takes fucking forever. And then they credentials are so damn high. You try to install it, they like, yo, the battery got to be above 50%. What?
You plug it in, you're like, all right, if I'm at least plugging it in, no, it still has to be a certain thing. You're
I'm like,
right about that,
bro,
man.
it's too much.
They are very picky.
Man, they asking too much time for a damn installation update. I'm like, what the
But you know what? I guess we can't really talk shit because just like you, just like me, we're both just going to keep rocking with Apple. I'm not going to Android.
Like I tell these Android folks all the time and the Google Pixel people, all of the 5 people that have a Google Pixel. I've never met someone personally that has a Google Pixel. Sorry, Google. I'm sorry. No disrespect.
I know they got a good camera, but
yeah, have you met someone with a Google Pixel?
I have not.
Okay, thank you. I've never met someone with a Google Pixel. I don't know where they get I don't know where accounting gets their advertising money from, but I haven't seen no one with a Google Pixel. But I say that as in no matter what kind of phone comes out, no matter what the camera's looking like, whatever, the CPUs, terabytes, all that stuff. At the end of the day, what makes Apple so damn incredible is because they have the masses. They have the popularity. If you have the popular vote when it comes to anything media, you winning.
Real shit.
Shit, we know this.
Yeah.
Like ain't shit popping with Apple high key, but again, it's really not. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, for real. I mean, shit. Steve Jobs, when he first came to be, and he did that whole campaign where he's like, Jesus, Gandhi, me.
I forgot about that shit. Right?
It's like, come on now. So basically, from the get go, he was already full of himself.
That's what I'm saying.
But I mean, he's spoken into existence, and with the help of 3 million child slaves,
true,
he was able to build them.
And on the small good note, he did take psychedelics, so shout out to him.
He did. Shrooms, right?
Yep.
Or was he popping acid on that shit?
No, I think he was just like microdosing shrooms.
Thank God, because who knows what we would have if you're doing LSD in a lab.
Man, these iPhones would go fucking crazy. These motherfuckers would start walking.
Right. Which, speaking of technology and walking, I'm gonna see if I can segue that.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember those fucking? It was a laboratory in Boston that developed those dog-like robots.
Yeah, that waddle hella weird.
Yeah,
the
they gotta
moving back and forth. that
So-
shit would look crazy as hell. That running towards you at night.
That shit was scary. I remember when that first went viral on
What
YouTube
the
like a
fuck?
decade ago. We were scared as hell. Now they're using them at football games, like college football games, and I'm just not happy about it,
For
man.
what? Like
They're like
a
mascots. They're
stand-in?
like
Oh,
cheerleaders.
Wow. So that
Like it'll come out on the field and just start rocking violently, and it's like I guess that hypes people up.
dang. So we're gonna have mascots start protesting with the McDonald's workers?
Bro, I think
Don't let
so.
these machines take over our jobs. Damn. That I thought. My bad. Go ahead.
No,
My fault.
all I can think of is fucking just Terminator. That's it. They're gonna. I feel like it's gonna take one college football game. That thing's gonna go out
AWOL.
cheerleading, and it's just gonna start violently stomping people.
Just I do that little waddle
Yeah,
stop.
just.
on 'em.
But yeah, those things. If you ever see them run, that's all I can say.
Yeah, that's fucked up because as a past mascot, you know what I'm saying? I have a personal connection to that.
Bro,
I have
bro.
a personal connection and that hurts me.
You got to talk about that real quick. I completely forgot that you
I
were
was-
the husky.
Yeah, I was you know, for lack of a better term, I was a superhero.
I was just about to make the joke, man. I was literally like, all the times that you would be before I found out from you, I would genuinely never piece together, why isn't Charles here with us right now? And then it hit me at the very end. I'm like, oh, fuck, he's him. It was just like Spider-Man.
It was legit like being like an alter ego because I'll be in class and we'll have you know, the little events in the gymnasium, and then like it'll be I forgot that I think because let's see, lunch was around like third or fourth, so maybe I think fifth period we had a event. I just remember it was after lunch,
Right.
But it was like fifth period, and I'd be in class, and like someone from I forgot which club managed that. They would be like, "Oh, can we have Charles out the room, please?" For they make up something like an interview, and the teacher be like,
Right.
"Oh, okay." And then they'll send, and then I'll go to the basement up at Rittner, and it will be that room by the weight room, because you know the weight room's down in the basement. You remember back at
Yes.
Rittner? Yeah. So it would be a room right by there, and I went in, and they'll be like, "All right, be rating like 15." I go in the room, and they'll be like, "Boom." The husky outfit would be right there, and I'm like, "Dang!" So I hurry up and change. Came out, be at the event. I see all y'all sitting.
Right. They don't
Like,
even know.
Yeah, they don't even know it's me under here. I'm just saying it was like being a superhero. You know, it was like being a superhero, just without the powers. Basically, it was
Real
just crazy.
shit. I mean, and that was the
was
funniest
crazy.
thing is when we found out about it, I immediately was like, that makes so much sense. Like, you were the guy for it. Like, you already brought the hypeness outside of the uniform. So I could only imagine the power that you had inside the uniform.
Yeah, you know, I was in being that close to the action around these people. You know, someone of our stature wouldn't have made it down there.
Real
you know what I'm
shit.
saying? So I was able to infiltrate and bring the culture to the to the
Real
ground
shit.
level. You know what I'm saying? Because people wasn't tuning in with the outcasts and the burnt outs like us. You know, we was in a whole different section.
But you did put one foot in,
Yeah, I'm
and you did
telling you.
not take it out.
I infiltrated all the preps and all that environment, and I showed them style, gave them that culture.
Real shit. Which also, that reminded me of back when you were in journalism, right? Like a part of the journalism team?
Yeah, shout out to the Pepper Box.
Pepper
Yep,
Box.
shout out to the Pepper Box again. Being older and more mature, I apologize for fucking abusing the shit out of that hall pass, getting you and
would
a whole
always-
bunch of other people I
Man.
knew out of class.
That was one of my the greatest memories I had during the later years of high school. I'd always be like, Charles, look, just come here and just make up some bullshit about
yeah,
the
I
paper.
did. I remember one time they even talked to me about it. They was like, look, like, you finished this story like a week and a half ago. Why are you pulling people for interviews?
Like, you don't understand. I just need one more piece.
I was like, damn. Yeah, I used to abuse the fuck out of that hall pass.
Shout out to the Pepper Box.
Yeah, shout out to the Pepper Box. Shout out to I can't even pronounce his name.
Steinschreiber.
Yep, there we go. Thank you, my friend. But yeah, shout out to them. But yeah, that whole shit was crazy, man. Hold on. Oh yeah, I did. I was so confused for like 2 seconds. I'm like, what I do? But
I didn't want to say it on air just in case. You
Yeah,
said
I know,
no.
right? You know the you know
The necessities.
what's podcast backwards?
Fed.
Feds. See, yeah, they
Feds.
watching.
Legit. Right on, man.
Appreciate you, sir.
Of course. Oh yeah, you got a
Oh
tray.
yeah, I got you right here, the usual one.
Of course.
There you go.
Man, I wanted
But-
to say I don't know if you heard about this on the news. This is what is it? The News with Thomas segment.
Oh yeah, yep.
A couple
people want it.
Right. A few days ago, there was a newlywed couple just got married. They went out, I guess, to celebrate in the woods of Ukraine. It was like in this camping ground.
Okay.
I'm assuming. Bunch of people. It was the bride, the groom, the bride's brother, all of them. So, from what I heard, the husband is walking back to his car or something to grab something. Mm-hmm. And when he's coming back, he hears and sees this large-ass explosion. So he's sitting there sprinting, screaming for his wife's name, trying to figure out what the fuck's going on.
Right.
Come to find out, dude, there was a buried bomb from World War I.
Really?
That never detonated this whole time. And they were just coincidentally on top of that bomb.
Damn.
Like they triggered it.
So
from my understanding, no one... oh, wait.
Because I was about to say, did the wife die?
The bride...
Or, yeah, the bride.
Well, yeah, the wife.
Right.
You were right.
Yeah.
The wife's brother died.
Damn.
Unfortunately.
R.I.P.
The wife herself, I don't know if she lost her leg, but she did get caught in the explosion, and it did fuck her up. But to my knowledge, no one else died, so that was great. But that just made me think, you got to remember, back in World War I, World War II, unlike the privilege that we have here in America of no war except our own conflicts being fought on our soil.
Right.
Europe, I mean, fucking London got blitzkrieged and
True.
Everybody was invading.
A lot of shit was going on.
That makes me think, how many bombs are in Europe right now just waiting to be detonated?
Not only that, and then the other question I had about that story when you was talking about it is like, how much? Because if the bomb was there for that long, so I know, of course, the sensors still work. Thank you. The sensors still work. My question is it weight activated? Like, what made that shit go off? Because, like, it's so many different animals and shit out there. A bear could have walked over it. Like, what made it tick or blow up to where it just had to be the bride or the brother? Like,
that's actually a really good question, man. Because
strange.
I think I read the article. It was like as soon as they reported about it. So I don't know if they like re-edited it with newer information that they have. But all I know is, yeah, just like, was it bad timing?
That's what I'm saying. So it's just like, that's why I say if it was there for that long, is the whatever device used to make the weight pressure sensor activate, that kind of die off. So now it's just a dull bomb to where it just may go off at any moment. Is that type of deal, or is just one of those cases?
That's
where
the way
it's
I
like,
took it. It was like a dud, and then it just all of a sudden somehow just blew up. But then that's the thing. It's like, is it just so random and coincidental that it just happened to just pick the time to blow up while a newlywed couple and shit was?
That's what I'm saying. That's what makes that shit crazy. That's why I'm thinking, like, what?
But that just makes me think, man, like, I don't know what Ukraine and the rest are going to do about if they're going to take more precautions by, okay, let's just send out the military and try to, like, sweep for mines.
True, but then how the fuck you do that shit?
Right. I know they got mine detectors, but are they going to have every person cover every squint or inch?
Yeah, and then that's another thing, too, with all these wars that happen on soil, when the shit finishes, it's stuff like that. Like, if you planted bombs everywhere and did this, when you get word that the war ended, it's just like, all right, get your bags, we leaving. Y'all don't
you don't pick up the trash,
right,
nothing.
Y'all just leave everything fucked up. Like, oh, okay. Because not only with mines and shit, I see that with any type of military weapon. Like, I see people be like, yo, I found a fucking old 1920 pistol that was in the ground. Like, people just be leaving shit.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I guess they're just so happy that war is over. They're like, all right, leave this shit. We're going back.
But you got a whole atomic bomb just in the ground. It's like, okay, you get word everything's done. It's like, all right, you get out of here. Fuck it.
That's fucking scary, man. See, that's, like I said, that's privilege, because I don't think I mean, shit, the only wars that we had on this soil were back before those bombs were even invented.
You know, like how you just said, everything internal. Internal. There we go.
But yeah, man, Europe, watch the fuck out.
On me, yeah.
I would be scared to go to a park. Like, no matter where you are. I know that was Ukraine, but it's like, imagine people in Russia or Germany.
Just running through the damn field, and then as soon as you land your foot on the ground, you hear it, pew. Uh-oh. Like, that's just...
You're playing
Like, that
frisbee
shit-
with your dog. You accidentally throw it to the left a little bit. Dog hits the ground with the frisbee. Like, come on, man. This shit's fucked up. But yeah, shout out to Europe, I guess.
Yeah, shout out to Europe for surviving this long after the war with still weapons
Right.
underground and all that shit.
I hope to God that I always thought about that too with all the countries that still have nuclear weapons. What if someone just fucks up one day and accidentally smokes around a nuke that's in a warehouse?
That's what I'm saying.
They're gonna
like,
kill
bro,
us all over his fuck up.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm like, that shit makes no damn sense. Like, if something that dangerous, it has to be a policy. No, I'm sorry. Okay. It has to be a policy to where it can be like, all right, this is this type of weapon. After the war is over, we gotta search the field to undig, like, to
Just
get
to
these
make
out
sure.
of here. Cause like casualties like that will fucking happen. But
Yeah, just be on. I guess one thing you can learn from this story is if you live in Europe or any other place that's had war go on in your country, just check.
check that shit.
I don't know how you can check it if you don't have the equipment, but just try not to go outside as
They
much.
probably got an app for it. They got an
Yeah,
app
yeah,
for
come on,
everything.
mine detecting apps. They had San Francisco or L.A. itself even has an app where it literally shows you where people have shit on the sidewalks.
Yeah, I seen an article about that.
Bro,
I was
that-
like, this is how it really gets.
That blows my mind. Like we have
When
it.
shit
There's.
hits the fan.
Are you still a fan? I quote that at least once every 3 days, man. Which goes into another segue.
I got it.
Kendrick,
Segway King. I was just about to bring up music too.
what do you got?
I was gonna bring up we're actually in the fourth quarter of the music, or just a year in general. So
Right.
I was thinking, we pretty much had albums from all the greats of hip hop at the moment. We got the Kanye album, J.
Right.
Cole dropped, Drake dropped, Big Sean dropped.
Big Sean drop?
Didn't he drop Detroit 2 this year, or was it last year?
God, was that this year?
Was it this year? Damn. Well, anyway, I know
Yeah.
he dropped a project recently, so whether it was this year, last year, whatever. I know with the year coming to an end, we're still missing Kendrick,
Right.
and it's been rumblings and whispers amongst the community about Kendrick dropping by the end of this year. I seen he changed his Spotify picture.
Oh shit.
I know me saying that, I sound such like a head ass. Because, we live in a world now
You
with
notice
something like
those-
that.
yeah.
It's like big, but he changed his Spotify picture. They said that it was apparent leaks, like snippets of, his songs.
There is actually. I was
Oh,
going
it
to tell
is?
you there
Okay.
is one song I heard on YouTube that was actually very surprising. And there was a leaked Baby Keem track, I guess, that didn't make his album, and it was a Kendrick feature.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that shit's hard, man.
So,
I would say, like you said, we're in the fourth quarter. We got like maybe 3 minutes left on the clock. Kendrick needs to come in and hit that game winner.
yeah, that's pretty much it. He just needs to end it off.
And if he pulls a Schoolboy Q and is like, I'm probably gonna do it February. You're like,
Okay. We're not doing this.
You're starting off the year really well, but it's like, come on, man. Everyone else contributed. Show them up already.
Yeah, exactly.
Even Ka dropped an album.
Come on, Ka. Shout out to him. I didn't get a chance to listen to all of that album. The albums I really have been bumping those, the new Maxo Cream that just dropped. I highly encourage you to
That
check
shit,
that out.
hey, I did. That shit
you
was
did?
hard.
Man, that shit, I love that album. To me, and again, this is gonna be another head ass comment coming up because I hate to sound like that guy, but to me, that was just a breath of fresh air and a little bit of what real hip hop is. And what I mean by that, because when someone says real hip hop, it's subjective. Because to somebody, real hip hop can be like Tech Nine, Eminem, like super fast,
or it
rapping,
could
all
be
that.
conscious like Common
Yeah,
or
exactly.
Talib Kweli.
Now, my definition of real hip hop is when people get real personal with you.
Yeah.
Like, you feel like it's a therapy session. Like, they let you know everything that's going on. And on that Maxo Cream album, he did a lot of that.
It went personal.
Yeah, he talked about the things going on with his family. I mean, the title track, the first track, he was talking about how his brother passed away, which I follow him on his socials. I know that shit happened to him a while back, but just to hear that on wax through a song, crazy.
Right.
But he talked about that. He talked about his what's going on with his family, his cousin killing himself, like that type of shit. When artists speak about that, like personal, real shit that's going on in their life, I fuck with that. Like I really do fuck with that.
That's
really
what that's who set the boundaries for other rappers, man. Like that's a main example is, I don't know if you've seen it, October 22nd just passed. Good Kid, Mad City turned 9.
Yeah, I seen that.
Bro,
I seen that.
I went back, listened to the whole album again.
Whole Time Machine.
Dude,
Memory Lane.
Time Machine, it brought me back to sophomore year. Just 2 months before, just 2 months before the fucking world was supposed to end.
True.
We had finals coming up, dude. It was a very stressful time for everybody.
Hold on. My bad, bro. I think we was freshmen when that dropped.
October 20... It came out October 22nd.
2012.
2012. No, we were sophomores, man. Promise. Because I remember specifically, wait.
Because
that was... No, we had to be sophomores because I remember right before...
Because I was about to say, school started in August.
Right.
So that was October. Damn.
I vividly remember, on my end at least, that it was December 21st, 2012. I don't know if you remember this, but a couple days prior, Rittner High School had gotten a lot of, like, I don't know if they would call it death threats, but a lot of weird fucked up messages, because I guess there were students that really did think the world was going to end and they were just trying to troll or some shit.
Okay.
But, like, I remember being in, shout out to Ms. Lehman, in her chemistry class.
What the fuck kids are doing back then? No kids are sending no death threats to school over some shit like that.
Right. But I remember, like,
fuck,
they had St. Ann come in, and
so stupid.
we were in the finals of chemistry. I had biology my freshman year.
Oh, okay.
So I definitely had chemistry my sophomore. But I remember it was December 21st, 2012. They had like 3-4 cops on every fucking floor of the school. And they were just waiting, I guess, for something to pop off. Mm-hmm. Nothing ever did, though. We lived to see a day. I'm not going to lie. I could say this 5-6 years later, however long it's been. I honestly did think someone was going to try to, like, shoot the school up.
Yeah, we got so many death threats.
Just in case, right. But I'm very glad we didn't live to see that. The last thing that I was going to bring up regarding that is that when Kendrick dropped Good Kid, Mad City, man, let me tell you something.
I'll tell you what.
I recently went back, like I said, and listened to it. I don't even have to say anything about Sing About Me.
Oh, yeah, you already know
but
how
dude,
good that song is.
I can listen to that song. I've shed too many tears to it. I no longer cry when I hear it, but it's just as impactful.
I drank so much liquor to it.
Real shit. But as you were saying about Maxo Cream and just what defines like real hip hop for you, that's how I feel when artists get to that certain personal level, man. Even if you don't relate to it, the fact that they're opening their doors for you,
mm-hmm.
it just gives you a sense of connection off the bat.
Exactly.
So if you add that on top of the fact that you're listening to it that's getting personal with you, but it's also some shit that you're actually going through,
right?
It's on another level, man. Kendrick, probably the best. How many quotables can we make of him?
It's too many.
Too many.
But that's what makes him such a great artist.
Real shit, man.
Just the fact he can hit all avenues like that. And again, we have so many other podcast episodes to where we became Kendrick Lastans, so we'll save it.
J. Cole he's done it too.
Yeah, J. Cole's right under there for me too. But I know we get in our bag about Kendrick a lot, but just with all that being said, reflecting back on that such dope album, I just can't wait to see what his next project is going to be.
Man, there's so much shit to talk about. He's gonna definitely reference COVID, I'm gonna assume.
Oh yeah, of course. He already said on the Family Ties.
Exactly.
First, you know what I'm saying?
I've been in the pandemic.
Come on now.
Hard. Baby Keem, he's hard too. I'm not gonna lie. I can listen to him and not think he's just famous because of Kendrick.
It took me a while to just to get used to his cadence, his voice, and everything. But
same.
The album grew on me, and like he definitely has potential. It's funny as fuck because since we're talking about that, I did come by the fucking SpongeBob joints you told me.
Did you watch them?
That shit had me weak as fuck.
Let me explain how it's so amazing.
That's talent.
Dude.
That's talent how dude did that.
It's insane how we've come such a long way with like AI voice syncing.
Yeah.
The fact that it literally sounded like Tom Kenny, the voice of SpongeBob, was rapping Family Ties, that shit was hilarious. And then the other one had Patrick.
Yeah, the other had Patrick doing Kendrick. Bro, that shit was so talentful.
And he's like, bring me that bitch. But sir,
that shit was so wild.
I'm glad you did that because I actually just went back and I watched them just to make me like laugh.
Yeah,
I'm like, you know, that's funny.
It was funny. I seen a comment on one of the videos on YouTube. Dude was like, he was like, damn, what'd he say? He said SpongeBob. He said SpongeBob is who people think Baby Keem sound like. That's not a fan of Baby Keem. Like, that's
real shit though. That's hilarious.
That shit was hilarious, bro.
They had the narrator say the ad libs
and shit.
If anybody hasn't seen it, just look up
the
Baby Keem and Kendrick things and then put like SpongeBob after it.
Yeah, it'll be there.
Hilarious.
It'll be there. That shit is crazy. But no, go for it. I was about to say I had something to bring up real quick.
Last thing on music, say is real quick. You have to go back and you have to listen to the Bruiser Brigade album.
Oh yeah, thank God you brought that up. I did.
You listened to it?
I listened to that,
bro.
So off the tracks, all right. Let me start. But
which guy do you fuck with?
Fat
Ray is like
Fat Ray is hard, bro. But I was listening to I see why you like
Bruiser Wolf.
I see why you fuck with him. That shit. I feel like I need to hit him up on IG and just be like, hey, look, you just need to have a side hustle of just narrating books. Like that shit. I'm like, if you stumble across his audio, Bruiser Wolf, narrate some books. Cause I was like, when I was listening to him, I'm like, this dude's voice, he sounds like
he's like doing the see?
A little bit of that, but he mixes it with like a 70s pimp.
Right. Like Dolomite style.
Right,
like
it's crazy. But that shit, I fuck with the Untitled track. That's the Loopers drop. That was a nice straight minute of just spitting.
Dude,
that shit
the
was
Loopers
hard.
Is underrated as hell.
I just listened to his album that just dropped too, but we're gonna get into that.
Yes.
And it's crazy. But The End, I fuck with that one too. The Danny Brown track. The Ends, that shit was real hard. I think the streets needed Danny Brown album after listening to that. Because I was like, we really need him to drop. But back to the Loopers real quick. He dropped that, I believe, Van Gogh's Left Ear.
Yeah. Dude, that was classic.
That shit was so weird, at least on my level. Because the fact I went ahead and checked out the little Van Gogh exhibit. And then around that time, before that, that's when I found out he dropped the album themed, after that. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on with Van Gogh right now? Does this dude have
now you got a painting.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's crazy.
Now you got to resurface. Like, Van Gogh has a resurface. The algorithms put Van Gogh out there.
Right.
But, that album was crazy. I fuck with that one. The Loopers joint was nice. It was just nice hearing those albums because it's different. Right. Because, like, for example, I listened to the newest Young Thug album. I'm not the biggest fan of Young Thug, but around the time the album dropped and the features were looking pretty nice. So I was like, I'm going to check it out just to see.
Dabble. Just
to kind of switch my ears up. Because you know how it is. When you start listening to the same music,
it gets a little, yeah.
Because I don't know what it is with Spotify. I love Spotify, but this is the only thing I don't like about them. Like, my daily mixes I have, they're really good mixes, but with me, Spotify has a bad way of exposing new music to you. Like when I listen to my daily mixes, it pretty much be like the same song
shit, dude.
that
Every
I listen
time.
To. That's the only thing with Spotify I don't like. But anyways, the whole reason I bring that up is I'm always stuck listening to the same songs and same kind of tracks I'm used to. Right. But anyways, I say all that. I switch it up. Listen to the Young Thug album. Wanted something a little bit different. And the reason I bring that up to go back to the original point with the Bruiser Brigade album and the Loopers album is when I was listening to that Young Thug album, it pretty much sounded the same as like the modern trap now.
Right.
Again, he's a great artist. Same thing with Lil Baby and Lil Durk. And the only reason I kind of dislike listening to him is because the voices, like that, really won't call it auto-tune. I think it's like auto-pitch, but that kind of robotic type of voice they have.
It's annoying.
It gets tiring after a while.
Puts me to sleep.
It gets tiring only because back when we was coming up, early 2010s, the only artist to really do that was Future.
Right.
Which is cool because I feel like the thing with hip-hop is it can be so different, but when you look at the mainstream ground level of things, not so many people can be in one avenue. Mm-hmm. Not so many, only so many people can fit on a street. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, real shit.
So you gotta have that difference. Just now, everyone has that kind of robotic melodic type of voice. So when I listen to new music that sounds like that, it's kind of hard for me to get adjusted to it because I'm like, damn, I know 5 popping rappers that sound like this.
Right.
Same thing when I go on IG and I look on my fan pages I follow and they be like, yo, such and such has a new song that just dropped. You know what I mean? Up and coming artist. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to click on the picture. You know how IG works. You click on the audio or picture, whatever, and start playing. And I'm listening to the new, the song they promoting of this up and coming rapper. And I'm just like, dang, like, this dude sounds exactly like Roddy Ricch or whoever. I'm not saying the music is bad, but I'm just saying I can't find no difference in it because I know
I'm just gonna go listen to Roddy Ricch or something.
Right, I know 5 or 6 popping rappers that sound like this. Mm-hmm. So I just say all that is shout out to Bruiser Brigade and again it's the Loopers, those type of groups where I can listen to an album and I can see that uniqueness. I know
way different.
Right, I know we cracking jokes is talking about Bruiser Wolf's voice, but that's something different and unique,
and it makes me like it
exactly
because of that. Dude, if you listen to that's what made me really like him. I thought he was just funny on the Bruiser Brigade album.
Right.
If you listen to Bruiser Wolf's actual album that dropped this year called Dope Game Stupid.
Mm-hmm. Is that the one you showed me with the house?
Yeah. Or no, that's Fat Ray's Santa Barbara.
That's Fat Ray? Okay.
Bro, that fucking one, Fat Ray, if you listen to that album, think of like Alchemist beats. I still to this day don't know who produces for Bruiser Brigade or if they just pick random producers. Right. But I'll tell you what, that shit, Fat Ray is one of the hardest like underground rappers I've heard in a while. And then on top of that, the Loopers, he's killing it. I said he should have did something with Alchemist. What do you know? He's on Alchemist's next project.
Yep. See how shit work.
The third thing is that Dope Game Stupid by Bruiser Wolf is like one of the funniest and hardest things I've ever heard in my life. Think of how we laugh about Future bars.
Yeah.
But you hear him say like...
Yeah, I know. When I was listening to that shit, I'm like, bro, this is crazy.
He makes Danny Brown sound normal.
Yeah, I know.
So I fuck with him, man.
And I never thought I would live to hear that. Mm-hmm. I never know I would hear that statement ever.
You would think, like, I'm not going to lie, Danny Brown, it took me a second to actually, like... grow on him.
Yeah.
But I remember when I heard that Triple X, man. Like, even my cousin, I was talking to my cousin Nick. He's 16.
Shout out to Nick.
He told me how he actually like listened to Triple X.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you know what? I was around the same age when I heard it.
Right.
And he loved it. He was sitting there like dissecting it like he was dissecting a movie. He's like, yeah, when Danny was doing this on this song, I felt it. And I'm like, okay, if this 16-year-old guy can hear this album and admit that it's a classic too, yeah, this dude's hard.
That's how you know it's embedded.
Real shit.
Your name is cemented. Straight up. But,
as always.
Yeah, I fuck with it though. Yeah, excited to see the rest of the music that's gonna be dropping for the rest of the year. Mm-hmm. But the one topic I was about to bring up for you though, just to go back with talking about the internet, social media, that type of field. Real quick, one thing I'm starting to notice a lot, especially on IG, because unfortunately I'm just on social media all the time when I'm just literally have nothing to do. So you start dissecting shit. One thing I notice is, I don't know if it's the same for you, IG and Facebook too, but mainly IG are pushing the fuck on you trying to shop through them.
Yeah.
It's super weird. Like, anytime I'm scrolling, like the ad will be like shop at this place, or it'll bring up a random store that you have no connection with. Yeah. And then even when I'm on like if I go on like H&M's or Converse page, back before all this crazy shit was going on, you get to click on the link and it'll take you to the website. Right. Now, if you click like the shop now button, it'll take you to a different portion of like Instagram. Like, it looks like you're still on Instagram, but you're shopping through them. Like, it's weird.
Damn,
it's
I didn't even think about
that. Like, for real, go to, like, if you, any place, store that sells shit, go on their page, and when you look at that page, right under the description and everything, it will be like a shop now. Mm-hmm. And you can press that button, and it'll look like another page of Instagram will pop up. Same color scheme, the little black, purple, whatever. Right. But it'll be that company's products on there, and you can buy them. Yeah. But I'm like, that's weird, because it looks like it's through Instagram. Why can't I just do, like I just said, click on the link and go right to the website?
Yeah.
That's super weird.
Thankfully,
But,
Alchemist still does it that way for his merch. So he, you know, I guess he saw through the facade.
that's what I'm saying. So it's just shit like that I've been seeing.
I will say, I found out the other day, you can't even do that for your, like, we couldn't sell our own shit like they do with the shop now, or like section, unless you have, I think, like 10,000 followers.
True.
That's kind of
true,
bullshit.
too.
What if, like, what about small businesses that are trying to come up?
Exactly. Now y'all putting up this ceiling.
Right.
This cap rate right here. That's, as you said, that's gonna stop up and coming people, up and coming creators and entrepreneurs
From using.
Yeah, from shopping their product around. So that's like another little method of, like, I feel like a certain type of control.
Yeah.
To try to stop, you know, a certain group of people from exceeding that. Because it's like, all right, now I got to do a whole bunch of street hustling, street moving to build up to get that 10K.
Real shit.
But besides, and then another thing too, because real quick, because I just been figuring out a lot of shit. So it's crazy how over time, subconsciously, social media can fuck with you, but you don't realize it's fucking with you until it happens. And then you're like, damn, why am I bothered by this? Bro, tell me why the other day, I forgot what post I was looking at. I think I was just going on Facebook. And you know how Facebook got all the little react buttons now?
Yeah.
And I'm scrolling and I was seeing like one photo. And I guess I had a certain amount of little care and heart reacts. Somebody liked it. And you know, on Facebook, it'll show, you don't have to click on comments, but it'll show, like, I guess the most recent comments.
Right.
Just a part of it. And I'm scrolling, going past the picture, and someone commented on that photo, I guess the uploader of that. And they tagged the person that liked it and was like, such and such, why'd you like the photo?
I'm waiting.
You broke the streak. And the other person, you know, commented back like, all right, you tripping. That made me think. I was like, bro, again, subconsciously, people were getting controlled by these reaction comments. Mm-hmm. And even back in the day before that shit existed, we could care less about that. When it was just all likes, just a like button and the comment button.
Yeah, they've unleashed new options, and with those new options came consequences.
I know, because I'm just sitting there, I'm like, dang, like,
now people care about that shit.
Right, people are straight pressed over the fact.
Back in my day, everybody was like, all right, it's a like button. Can we get a dislike button? No, you just don't like it. If you don't fuck with it, don't even interact with it.
That's what I'm saying.
Now people can angry react it. They can wow your shit. Then you're like, what did I say that was wow worthy?
Yeah, I know. It's like, again, it's just more, I don't even know what to call the shit. It's just more unnecessary emotions and attachment. There we go. It's unnecessary attachment to this actual app or device that we're doing, that we're holding. Because, again, that shit is just crazy. Someone is legit going, feeling a type of way over a method that was originally used to show appreciation.
Real
like,
shit.
When we had that like button, you press the like, again, to show appreciation. If you didn't, just like how you elegantly put it, you just kept it scrolling.
You just don't do it.
So now people are attached to like these love and care reactions and everything. And then when someone shows a method of original appreciation, it's a problem. I was like, holy shit.
Just like, man, it's like that with Instagram. You know, they introduced the option of where you don't have to show what your like count is. So it says blank and others liked your shit. People are getting pissed on it, or like, you know, trying to say if everybody just cares, like you said, about the stupidest shit, man. And I'll tell you one thing. I'm gonna use this platform to even say this. For anybody that's listening, if you had me added on Facebook or I had you added on Facebook, and we're not friends anymore, do not take that personally. I basically went through a thing where, as I told you about 6 months ago, I had like 400 some friends. Just went through a cleansing, and it wasn't on some like I don't fuck with these people, but it was just I'm gonna unfriend you if we don't even talk.
We don't communicate.
We don't interact. So then now I got recently to the point where I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go through and actually make Facebook, because you know Instagram is my base of operations. Mm-hmm. I got the most activity on there, so I stick with it. Upload my photography.
Right.
Facebook, that's strictly the people I talk to this day, and my family, obviously. Mm-hmm. So I think I'm down literally from 400 some to now 17 friends. And I'm going to tell you what, Facebook's going to seem so much better.
Yeah, that's definitely how that shit is, because the more people you have on there, again, there's going to be so many different energies and different opinions going on. There's going to be a whole shit show on there.
Right.
Because originally, that's how Facebook was like back in the day. Like when I first created my Facebook, I had family, and then the few friends I went to school with. So I was just with that group.
Right.
If you look at it now, not only that you have that portion of it of family, friends, but Facebook has so many different celebrities. And what I mean by that is now anyone can get the blue check mark of verification. Perfect example, right? Back in like early 2010s, in order to be considered famous on Facebook, Instagram, you had to, like, something had to give. You had to, your music was popping enough to where you had that exposure. You had a good product.
Right.
You needed something to bring to the table in order to get that verification.
Yeah.
Get this, Thomas, and I know you know because you've seen it. Now you can just get verification because a meme you stole or made got over 500K likes.
Yes.
Now you verified. Now,
I'm weak.
For real, you know this.
We know people. We have seen it and experienced it.
Exactly. So now that brings it full circle because now you letting anybody in this field. This field is only for a qualified group of people. Not anyone can get in here. So what happens is when you have all these verified people that the algorithms are blessing, they can put out something and it can reach out to fucking China.
Real shit.
So what happens is you have these people that just have no legitimate product. They just getting popping off of memes. You have them on the forefront of the masses. And that's why I feel like we get all this fuckery all the time. Because the people that can have the high control of the algorithms, that have easy access to people like us, back then it was qualified people. So the shit that you was seeing, the shit that you was getting was authentic. It was original. Now, since we having these meme lords getting verified, they sending out all this fuckery to the masses.
Real shit, man.
And and that's one thing I compared it to. Because that's a great thing being our age, because we can look at internet from so many different angles. Only because, unlike the younger Gen Z kids, we wasn't raised by the internet. We grew up with it. Right. So when you grow up with something, like with a sibling, when you grow up with a person, you know that person. You know them. You know what I'm saying? That's why we know the internet so well. So I was able to use that, and I just looked at that comparison. I'm like, damn, look where we at.
Real shit. Dude, I legit through all of the history of the internet, I feel like I was there.
Yeah, for real.
You know, I even through the dial-up era, DSL back in the day.
All that shit.
Or wait, DLS. Fuck.
It's the LNS, but you got the letters right. At
there
least
we go.
You got
Fuck
the letters
it.
right.
But yeah, man, just dial up in general. Having to wait at AOL screens, shit taking 10 minutes just low, and that's another thing.
You gotta watch 2 episodes of Bones,
right,
for the fucking screen to come up.
That's another thing, man. Like I'm constantly, I get so frustrated when my phone doesn't load a page for like, it takes like maybe 3 seconds, 4 seconds. I gotta check myself because I'm like, dude, back in the day, we had to literally wait so much longer.
Exactly.
And we were just blessed if it took like 7 minutes.
Now look what the fuck we at again.
You're like, oh damn, I typed in the wrong letter. Now I gotta go back and refresh the page and wait another 7 minutes because of my fuck up.
Exactly, dude. Perfect example. Yesterday when I was at Six Flags with my fam, my phone was working to where I can send texts and receive calls, but my internet could not work. And I remember being there like super heated, like, what the fuck? Why isn't this shit working? And now I'm like, bro, like, why the fuck am I tripping over this?
Right.
It's things like that where you had that wake up where you just like, damn, I really am connected to this shit, ain't I?
Right.
So I'm sitting there legit like, bro, why the fuck want this shit? And I'm like, let me turn this off, put it in my pocket.
Real shit.
Like, the fuck is going on, man? But
yeah, it's always a good thing to, you know, if you find yourself like, I don't know if you get the daily screen time thing.
Oh yeah, all the time.
Bro, during I think during last weekend or something, it was just a weekend where I finally had nothing to do, was just chilling, whatever, and obviously because my car was fucked up, right, so I had no choice really. But
that's what I'm saying. When you have legit nothing, even if you ran all your errands, you did everything, you're gonna be on your phone because you're just like, man, okay, I'm just sitting here.
Right. But yeah, I woke up on Sunday and it was like daily screen time 11 hours.
You're like, damn.
I'm like, 11 fucking hours was spent on my... Dude, I couldn't fucking believe it. After that, it gave me a wake-up call. I was like, all right, now, I thought I was busy before. No, I'm doing twice this shit.
If I got 11 hours or if I got 15, whatever, I can incorporate in something that can actually benefit me.
Exactly. But then again, you have the people, and sometimes we both do this with your music and my photography.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you're using that time to, further your business.
Exactly.
That's when it's different. Because it's no different than you being at a 9 to 5.
Exactly.
So.
That's true. But yeah, at that point, even with that screen time shit, the first time I seen that, I was like, yeah, I'm not looking at this again. Anytime I come back up, I hurry up, swipe. I don't even want to see it. You need to have realizations like that though, to humble you and let you know, and not let you go waist deep, or in over your head with it, because a lot of people don't realize that they that connected to it, and that's when you get lost. But when you have moments like when you look at your screen time, or that moment I had yesterday, it humbles you. You're like, all right, cool. I realize how connected I am to this. I got to switch it up.
Like you said, because we still remember, we grew up with it. We weren't raised with it. We remember a time where we didn't have to rely on that. Mm-hmm. And, I try to think of the days when I'd go outside and play in the dirt or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Play with the Hot
Wheels.
What I mean?
Get that memory.
But kids nowadays are just like, somebody just hands them a phone and they're like, here, just go watch this real quick.
Seeing kids play with tablets and all that shit, you're like, damn, man, this is what it's come to.
Yeah.
Some crazy shit, but
man,
this is the world we live in. It's definitely a lot of changing times are gonna come. This decade, the 2020s, it's gonna be damn near like the revamped version of the Roaring 20s. Because this is gonna be a lot of change that's gonna happen in this decade. Because I see how shit is moving now. A lot of shit is gonna be clashing, and a lot of shit is gonna whole world is gonna flip. I'm telling you, because there's so many different opinions and so many different stances. I never experienced this just living how I am now, or just the research I've been doing, but I never experienced this in my life to where so many different stances on how to live. Like it's so many different opinions and so many different stances, and like
it's a lot to take in.
It's a lot to take in. I'm just saying, like the 2020s is going to be a very, very large shift, but we're going to take it day by day and see what the fuck happens.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, that's pretty much it on my end, bro. I was about to fucking bring up, because we talked about the all that good shit. I was about to bring up just talking about fucking life for a second, because I know we've been going through some shit. But we damn near have like 20 episodes of us talking about that.
Yeah, man. Like I said, what was the first thing that I said on the first episode? It was like, we do this because we can't afford therapy.
Exactly.
That was a quote that trademark
classic.
It,
bro. It's to the world right now. Like that's broadcasted to the world. Like
real shit.
Someone in Thailand can watch that and be like, all right,
I'm on that time.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be amazing, man. I hope someone from other countries, fuck with us.
Our Thailand listeners, tap in.
Yes, Indonesia. Fuck it, even Japan.
Yeah, in the Indonesia smoking Indo.
Oh,
but we out though.
Oh. The only one I won't tolerate is
I won't tolerate.
Australia.
Yeah, you can.
No, JK, Florida. I'm gonna keep it internal here, dude. If you're from Florida, just log out.
Just log out.
I just created a whole hate base, I guess, but yeah, fuck it.
Hey, I kind of fuck with that though. I'm gonna use that next time, motherfucker. Try talking some shit to me, man. Log out, bro.
Damn, log out. Log out.
Then you made some STL slang.
Right.
Only here, nowhere else.
Yo, we need to put it on the merch.
Yeah, log out.
Log out shirts coming in three months.
Yeah, log out, bro.
Log out. Because, I mean, you could read too deep and think, did he just tell me to, like, kill myself or something? No. It's how you want to perceive it. Mm-hmm. Log out, man.
But yeah, that wraps it up for another great episode, man. Nice chopping it up as always with you, good sir.
Of course, man. I guess also on a side note, I think... I don't even fucking know. I think Milan's in L.A. or something. He's somewhere in California. I don't know what happened to him. He said he was only going out there for a day for the Boldy James concert.
Exactly, but we haven't seen this dude since. So all of our M fans, man, send him a shout out. He's here through spirit.
If you're in California and you come across him, just let him know to call us.
Exactly.
Let us know if he's still here.
Right, because I got to print out the paperwork if you quit, man. And I don't know what's going on.
We already had the contract signed.
Yeah, I know, right? But nah, shout out to him, though. Hope he's having a good time out there. And again, he's in through spirit. Shout out to him. But, yep, about to log out. So we'll see y'all next week.
I see what you did there. You incorporated it. Yeah, see.